all this, but let me stop talking and let's get right into it.
Looks away for
Oh
spoilers.
man,
Wait, Lee, you haven't seen the movie? You haven't? Lee, go watch that movie. Go watch that movie. Go watch that movie. Listen. BRB, y'all. Listen, that movie has broken box office records for animated movies. It's probably one of the best animated movies, one of the year. And then it's probably blowing some of the other better animated movies out of the park. But go watch it. Go watch it. Go watch it. I want to see it, but for free. I don't blame you, Pop. I don't blame you. Watching it at IMAX was pretty cool, but I'm sure there's links online. I'm sure. I'm waiting for the free website. I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
have another Spider-Verse video. This is great, but I have to ask, where did you get all the fush? Don't ask questions. I'm starting this whole from moment
WVR.
00. Why is this movie starting with this manipulative snow bunny? Where is my black nigga? There he is. So not only was the animators cooking in the studio, someone on the OST was going crazy because there's no way you pick Rakim for this soundtrack, bruh. You are him. But you really gotta wait 20 minutes in the movie before you see Miles one time. I get it, but I feel like that's kind of crazy. They moving just like Smash Bros. I bought Smash Bros thinking I was gonna get all these characters. I start off with this 1987 ass roster, and I gotta play like 90 matches to get everyone else.
I can tell he
throw my
young.
Switch in the trash. And again,
Listen, Pot. Listen.
before we even get to Miles, we gotta cut to his parents. And his fine ass mom out here talking about some, I know he's a sophomore, but I wanna get ahead of the college conversation. This nigga is 15 and you already talking about college? Like, why do you think he not listening to y'all? What are you doing? I could give a whole segment on this parenting alone, but y'all see Miles' mom, bro. I would dislike the video myself if I disrespected her even for a second. Because the way she was moving in this movie, dog, I don't know how this Cloudy with a chance of Meatballs Cop pulled this Latina mommy with her arroz con polo booty. I'm telling you, this is Duke Dennis when he was 60 years old.
Get this off my screen.
Then here we see the spots.
Listen,
And you can
Uptown
already tell
Dominican.
his real nigga DLC pack isn't even a quarter of the way installed, because what is this outfit? That is violation number 1. Number 2, you tried to steal money from a Jamaican man. Them spots must have also made you lose brain cells.
Whose man's
in
is
the
this?
coldest way
Stealing
possible,
that-
too. He was
not-
heating his grub with
like-
no bev. And he asked, who are you even supposed to be? And then the spot hits this.
The spot.
I wouldn't even call you a villain of the week, let alone a villain of the day. You are trash. Now you should know
His
not
power
just
is
in
fire
animation,
if he
but
just-
in anything.
Hey,
in
hey,
general.
hey,
If a nigga's gonna hit a pose, he is going to violate you. Now tell me one person that is gonna see this Gal Gadot ass pose and get even the slightest goosebump. Nobody. This nigga's built like a 1940s golfer. And not only that, he's trying to push his villain monologue so bad just to get interrupted. Because my dog, we do not care.
What
I
is
do
your
not wanna
all-time
learn
favorite
a single thing about
MCU
your
movie?
100
It's either Captain America: The Winter Soldier is such a great movie. That movie is so good. And that I'm not gonna lie, Captain America: Winter Soldier is probably one of my favorite MCU movies. Stop the cap. What do we stop the cap? Not Blade. What is wrong with the youth? Listen, Pot. Listen. Let me think. WT Winter Soldier was such a good movie though. It had the action, it had the lore. There was that movie was so good. So good. Not Black Panther. Black Panther was good. You know, Civil War is also a good pick cuz it gave Winter Soldier vibes like but with Black Panther, Spider-Man. Civil War was also a great movie as well. He's like, that was filler. It was literally a filler movie. Listen, Pot. Winter Soldier and Civil War have some of the best fight scenes out of the MCU. Have some of the best fight scenes. The other ones, they're kind of, Civil War might be the most important MCU movie since it broke the Avengers just before the biggest start. Yeah, I think Civil War, Winter Soldier, and Do you guys like Infinity War better or Endgame? I loved Infinity War way better than Endgame. Even though it ends on a cliffhanger and they lose, I think, what is it? Infinity War was better. Captain America has to be my least favorite. Civil War in the comic books was fire. The comic book Civil War was fire. Infinity War overall was a better movie, yeah. Captain America held it down in the comics, he did. In the comic book Captain America, like, don't get me wrong, I love the MCU one, but comic book Captain America, he's so iconic, you know? But in the MCU one, they got him throwing hands with Thanos and with gods and stuff, and I'm like, this man is, he a super soldier, but that man's still a human. But he out there boxing with the Black Order and boxing with Thanos but you know.
One Dalmatian's ass. I need you locked in a cell. And this next scene kind of funny because Miles is just like, yo, bro, who was in Paris? I can't fight.
Endgame finale always makes me tear up though. All the heroes continue together fight against Thanos. We all had wanted to see while growing up. Yeah, I feel like Infinity War and Endgame was like a comic book. Like it was a comic book reader's dream. Like live action on the screen. Like it was like a dream. Man basically told America to go F off. They are wrong. Listen. There's a different storyline, sir. Okay, which one now? Alright. Were you guys, during Civil War, were you guys Team Iron Man or Team Captain America? I was Team Captain America. Because it was like, you can't, like, don't get me wrong, there should be some regulation on people with superpowers just running around doing stuff. But then again, our government, you can't trust them to regulate superpowers. You can't trust them. Like, because I'm looking at it like, I'm like, nah. Iron Man, only because Spider-Man was on it, but Cap had a better ideals. Because don't get me wrong, Iron Man's right. There needs to be a structure in place for metahumans and superpowered people. But then again, I don't think it should be up to our government to decide who's worth saving, who's worth sending the heroes out with superpowers. Like they can't be running around unsupervised, and then again, they can't be supervised by the government. They like Shield was the best that you was gonna get, but after Hydra did what they did, Shield don't exist no more. So I think they should just chalk it up. That was Captain America's problem with it. Captain America's right. He thought he was fighting for the government the whole time just to find out that it was Hydra. Of course he would have trust issues. I would too. Having powers is not an excuse to violate people's civil liberties. That is true. Like them going overseas, breaking NATO contracts and doing all that. That's what led to all this. So don't get me wrong. You can't just run to Germany and have a civil war with Iron Man at the airport and blowing stuff up. But then again, I'm not going to let the government tell you, no, you can't be dispatched to go save these people. Like, it's a given. I can't. I'm leaning towards Cap. Like, the system wasn't perfect, but people was getting saved. And they might F up on slot. Yeah.
And they start boxing. Shout out Glock 40. That all black fit go crazy on Miles. But the animation pretty cool. I like this part right here. But he's like, bah, 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 bah. And it shows Miles drawing his favorite white girl. And it's like, Miles, I get it. I think all females are bad, but there's a little coon in me too. I have some moods, nigga. If it's not snowing, I'm not there. But drawing your girl in your notebook like this is crazy. PS4 Miles.
The mutant registry was always an attempt by then, I think. Unless it's retcon. Yeah. I don't know. I love when they tell new stories, and then I love when they kind of buy by the comic books. It's like a give and take. Like the new Spider-Man game for PS5, that's a whole new story. Because nowhere in the comic books do we see like a Spider-Man and a Miles, and Peter's got the Venom symbiote, and they're all in like one story together. So I think that's gonna be dope. Do you want Kang to continue as the main villain of the Multiverse Saga, or replace him with Doctor Doom? So here's the thing. I didn't watch the newest Ant-Man movie. I need to go back and watch that. Number 2, I don't know too much about Kang like from the comic books. Number 3, I am more familiar with Doctor Doom like from comic books, his time with the Fantastic Four, him and Spider-Man, the Avengers. I think Doctor Doom would be a more formidable. But then again, I don't know too much about Kang, because Doctor Doom, he not only was like a genius, he also had abilities with the mystic arts. He had he had magic. He was a scientist. I think he was what is it? he's someone that would give him a problem. Kang is a good villain for the MCU. Raise your hand if you like Multiverse of Madness. I liked Multiverse of Madness. I did. Seeing Wanda deal with the Illuminati like that, I was like, yo, she need to be put down today. We watched her kill. They locking up Doctor Strange, talking about you're an anomaly. You're the reason these incursions are happening. We can't have you destroy the universe. And Wanda sitting here soloing your whole team. Wanda soloing your team. She killed Black Bolt. She turned Mr. Fantastic into confetti. She done killed everybody. What is it? Everything with Jonathan Majors has changed. How I see Kang. It was all hype in February, but now it's uncertain for Major's situation. I need to watch that new Ant-Man movie for sure.
Would never. And we get right back to the fight, and I'm not gonna lie, this ain't even something I can commentate over. I'm literally falling asleep watching
movie.
this. That's how disgraceful it is watching this nigga on the
Deadpool 3 should be
screen.
good.
Look at these
It's got
strikes
in
he's
there.
throwing, and you're calling yourself the main nemesis? He fighting just like Deji. Hey y'all, Comedy Shorts Gamer here. Face ass! I'm sick and tired of these villains having powers for less than a day and thinking they could scrap with Spider-Man. This man Harry Osborn.
That's one thing. If I was a Spot, I'm learning how to control that power like the back of my hand before I go like robbing ATMs and stuff.
Immediately tried to run the ones with Peter Parker the moment he got the Goblin Serum, and he's the only Spider-Man villain to get a concussion.
Damn.
Like, nah, you think Spider-Man's a free lick? Like, I'm watching this movie absolutely livid because there's no reason why DDG is the first villain I'm seeing. Straight doo-doo garbage.
Alright,
And the
y'all
spot
didn't
really
need some
says, "Well, you could turn off your
DDG
phone
like
in the
that."
movie theater, but you can't turn it off fighting me." I would watch all of 50 Shades of Grey
What?
front to back 5 times over before I ever try to see you box. My grandma fight better than you. The only cold thing this man did was this little pump fake right here. Other than that, I'm not giving you a single point on this entire fight. Like, after seeing you box, I want you
He
gone.
said go.
And I don't want you to ever say the word villain again. If I ever see you next to the word villain.
I'm gonna knock your ass out!
And right after Miles packs him, he says this.
Damn.
Bro, what do you mean by that? He's 15! Not only are you horrible at boxing, nigga, you Jeffrey Epstein? I'm not gonna lie, I'm about to end this video early. This man is way worse than I thought. You really think I'm gonna take my wife to see this Bill Cosby freak show as a main villain?
Fuck no, baby!
That bro had me on my knees in the middle of the theater, praying to the Most High that when I look back up, this trash can is no longer on my screen. I look up after 30 seconds, and why is he back? I swear he that one germ that them Kleenexes just cannot kill to save their lives. The Spot spins the block, and even Miles' dad is there, and then we get this frame right here. This was a little too random for me. I think y'all know what time it is. What if, when Miles' dad went through that portal, he saw the future just like Miles, and then he gets a very similar death to Aunt May, where on his deathbed he tells Miles to reveal himself. I don't know, guys. I think that's kind of fire.
I mean,
But Spot shoots at Miles one time and he starts breaking 90.
oh! Yo, welcome to the Dynasty. What's up, bro? How do I say your name? The Joker. Ha 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 ha. Clever. Welcome to the Dynasty.
Finally being able to get his weak ass monologue.
Oh, you follow
Talk about
the kick too? I appreciate it.
Bagel. If that was me, I would have hit you with a Molotov, nigga. Get this absolute piece of airspace off my screen! And the Spot starts raging like a
Cranking
12-year-old on
90.
this game. And he ends up slipping, missing a wide open layup like he Curry. I see this and I get a sigh of relief because we're finally done with this absolute garbage pile of a villain. Whew. Now we can actually get to the good stuff. Because this man, the Spot, was in his own reality listening to Nick Ed 30 talking about some never back down. And then he comes out of there and he's like, yes, my holes, they're so loose.
Hey, stop talking about your hoes, you freaky ass nigga!
And also, man, don't ever show a booty shot of the Spot again. If you want to show some ass, Lila, shake it. So the Spot's out
Hey.
of Baton, I think. And then look at him risen. Like, I ain't know the Spot was a man of culture. After seeing this, I know damn well his real nigga DLC pack was at least 75% installed. He's out here talking with no stuttering because I know a lot of you niggas would be in that same situation just like this.
Bro, damn.
Look at who
That's
stops
crazy.
my boy from eating.
Gwen Stacy.
Exactly who you think it it is. And a lot of people were so angry that I was disrespecting Gwen in the last video. Like, I'm sorry, but what has she genuinely done for me to give her even an ounce of respect? Because she out here cucking the Spot, she out here cucking Miles, but she can pull up to Hobie's crib every other day and cook him unseasoned chicken, right? I don't give a damn about her, man. She don't deserve
So
shit.
does Spider-Man introduce across the Spider-Verse? That's a good question. That's a good question. I'm not gonna hold you. Let me think. Hobby was great. Spider-Man India was great too. I'm not gonna hold you. But I feel like everybody says those because they're main characters. But yeah, probably Spider-Man India. I'm gonna say Spider-Man India. Don't get me wrong, I love the cameos from like Insomniac Spider-Man, the Spectacular Spider-Man. Spider-Bite was great. Who else was there? Nah, but probably it's either Hobby or what is it? Spider-Man India.
Manipulated my boy Miles the entire movie. I'm supposed to give this Snow Bunny respect? Really? You see how pretty privilege be ruining the youth out here, bro? You could be a literal war criminal and you will have niggas be like, oh, well, she got a fat ass, so in my hood, she's clear. And Gwen gets domed in the face, and I was cheesing after seeing
Spider-Man
that.
India.
And Miles puts the cape on, always trying to be Mr. Save a Ho. Dives in to save her, and then the GOAT pulls up.
Yes, sir.
Pav is really him. I was looking at his montage. I was like, bro, this nigga want to be me so bad. The perfect hair, the 10 out of 10 girl, the outstanding academics, and the fact that Sony didn't give me royalties for this movie. Look at how they doing your boy, man. All three of them pull up on the spot just like this. They really thinking they about to cook up. Then Miles heads in first. He's out here talking about something. I got it.
What is that clip of the mouse? Nah, what is that clip of the mouse?
Your boy, man.
That's
all
crazy.
Three of them pull up on the spot just like this. They really thinking they about to cook up. Then Miles heads in first. He's out here talking about something. I got it. He dives in and goes straight for a kick. Gets deflected faster than a girl best friend cock block. They run at him again, and then look at the spot. Did I not tell y'all earlier? Once you see someone hit a pose, it's over. And he's hitting this on y'all? Once I saw this, he already won. And you could tell he was having fun violating, because look at what he pulls right here. He falling straight down, and then he gets Miles and Gwen and missile launches these niggas face first into buildings. And once I saw that, I put my hands up and said it was over. The Spot really changed his pronouns to I'm him, because the way the Spot does Miles is actually egregious. Because Miles was hitting some chase down on the Spot, and the Spot must have been playing Portal, because it completely changed the gravity on Miles. Had my boy on the floor, but he gets right back up and tackles the Spot. The Spot starts dashing all around Miles, and bro can't even keep up. I ain't ever seen a nigga's neck break this much since shadow boxing. With Miles's neck all discombobulated, Spot grabs his head and slams him right into a pole. Miles tries to cop the plea and run, only for the Spot to grab him, kick him into a wall, make this nigga in the dome, choke him by the neck, and slam him through multiple buildings. And this hoe was so fast, I had to rewatch it at least 3 times, cause within this last wall crash, the Spot instantly disappears, only to grab Miles's face again. I was watching this like, I ain't never seen a nigga move so fast. And Miles doesn't.
See, I feel like Spider-Man gets so much love now with like his movies, the TV shows, the video games. Spider-Man's a great pick. Dang, who is my favorite Marvel character? X-Men wise, probably Wolverine. Avengers wise, probably Cap. See, I like, my favorite DC character is Batman. So any of the Batman type where it's like the hand-to-hand combat type. So that fits in with like Winter Soldier, Captain America, Falcon, stuff like that. But you know,
doesn't even get the time to retaliate, because he immediately gets slammed right into a sign. And once that happened, he was just like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked. And after watching this 5-star performance, how does
Iron Fist is good. I didn't read too much about him in the comic books, but I've seen a little bit of him. He's pretty good. As Shang-Chi, I did watch his movie. His movie was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I'm curious to see what they're gonna do with his character. I'm curious. they kind of did him dirty with the show. Yeah. Shang-Chi was really good. But I had the Iron Fist comics. I didn't have those. Let me think. I was mostly a DC kid growing up. My Iron Fist, yeah. He was in the he had a cartoon with I think it was like the Amazing Spider-Man, and it was him on a SHIELD team with Luke Cage, White Tigress, and Nova and Iron Fist. And they were like all teenagers in high school.
Explain this. I just need more holes. You disgusting freak. I know you gonna love your prison cell. Talking about some where the bros at. I'm trying to bend. Yo! Spot goes right into Alchemax, and he's out there talking about some. Give me what I want. And he goes in there with little to no effort. He puts a barrier, and Miles, thinking that he's him, tries to break the barrier with his powers. And he's standing there just putting his hands on it, and I'm like, you are not him whatsoever, my boy. And then the go pulls
I'm on my
up.
iPad. Hobby was lit.
All right, guys, hold
More
on.
than
Check me out,
Iron
check me out,
Fist
check me
was
out. Hobie. All you niggas commented that I said his name wrong. Where you at, nigga? I'll post it. Cause some of y'all are really like, oh, he said his name in the movie. You still said it wrong. Maybe if I was able to hear him, nigga. Because whoever mixed this needs to get fired. I don't know what SoundCloud mic y'all gave to these actors, but I could not hear him at all in the theater. But the Spot is still doing these niggas absolutely vile. Look at how he does.
I can't lie.
He straight did you like a hoe.
Black
That's
Panther?
tough. He
Coach
did
Black
Gwen
Panther
even worse because
is
she got
fired?
assists from Hobie and still got hold. And it's to the point where he's out here choking Miles like, oh, nah. And Hobie too? Nah, I thought you was the GOAT. Now, I know y'all probably do not accept Hobie slander, but this is behavior I can't even let slide. Because my brother in Christ, what is this? My dog went straight for his palm. Did you want to get choked? So he sends Miles to the floor, and like any normal anime villain, he sends a sidekick all the way to the sidelines. And the Spot goes to complete his DLC pack. All the Spider-Men tried to stop him, but you cannot stop the motion when it starts. He gets in there and he becomes a 100% nigga. He started talking to Miles just like this. So, Spider-Man, you asked me who was in Paris. I'm gonna say it. No. But nah, the Spot becomes the absolute GOAT. I'm about to play this TikTok edit real quick because this gotta be the coldest thing I done ever seen on that goddamn app.
I'm gonna take everything from you, like you took everything from me. See you back home.
I'm off the grid. This man gave Miles PTSD and all. And I'm watching this and I'm like, this is the greatest glow up I done ever seen. He really lived out just like you TikTok
for
niggas.
Captain America.
Look at this.
I'm gonna say that for Spider-Man.
I know he's gonna be
That's
posting
crazy.
this glow just like a lot of y'all.
Is the only one of my favorite characters because he's a really good writer. His books are solid.
TikTok heads. We having new audios for the same glow up trend every month. We get it. Y'all are sexy. I be on TikTok and then I look into the mirror and I'm like, oh nah. And then the Spot takes his leave back to the trap. Just know when he come back, he coming back with a vengeance. And then all you see is Pav's racist ass just like this.
I do not associate with
If you've seen that clip, you know what that is. The video's over? I guess it is. Since you left, it's been codeine.